they dropped the big off at my house, and that's how it started. Okay. And I didn't know the burn was that bad, so I was trying to see about it.
First at 6, a woman is behind bars after Florence police say a toddler in her care was found dead. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Trish Williford.
And I'm Edward Moody. Authorities say officers found the 2-year-old girl dead inside a home on Kershaw Street on January 11th.
News 13's Gracie Fusco tells us what authorities say led to the toddler's death.
News 13 was the only media outlet in the courtroom this afternoon as Patricia Stafford went in front of a judge accused of neglecting a toddler in her care so severely that the toddler ended up dying by a burn wound infection.
If I can change anything to go back our rules, but I can't change nothing because the damage has already been done.
On Tuesday, Patricia Stafford was arrested and charged with unlawful neglect of a child. Florence police say the toddler, who was Stafford's godchild, was under her care in early January. Officials tell News 13 that officers were in the area of Kershaw Street responding to a separate incident when they heard what they say at the time was the family realizing the child had passed.
We had some commotion coming from another residence there. We went over to see what was going on, and we had some members of that house, let us know that they had found that the child inside had been deceased.
Arrest warrants state that the toddler was found in a bedroom of a home and had significant burns to her legs. In court on Tuesday, Stafford told the judge the toddler already had the burns prior to being in her care.
They burnt the baby from her knees over to her foot. They dropped the baby off at my house, and that's how it started. Okay. And I didn't know the burn was that bad, so I was trying to see about it.
News 13 asked the Florence police how they believe the child received those burns, and they said that while it's not yet confirmed, the burns are believed to be from water. Police say that Stafford did not get proper medical care for the child's burns, and an infection spread that ultimately led to the toddler's death. Captain Starling says incidents like this hit close to home with his officers.
Because officers do have to deal with death and other situations like that, but it is definitely more traumatic and hits home for a lot more officers when it's a child because they're parents themselves.
When asked if Stafford had anything else to say, she said this.
I knew I was good. I never did no harm. The only thing I regret was taking her to the hospital at that time, but I was a good grandmother.
While the toddler died back in January, an arrest has just now been made as Captain Starling says a thorough investigation had to take place and they were waiting on medical reports and an autopsy. Now, News 13 did try to talk to residents in the area, but they did not want to go on camera or comment on the matter. Reporting in Florence, Gracie Fusco, News 13.